Aha! I know what you're thinking. Was that a naked puppet that came up there? No! That wasn't a naked puppet. I was being arty. You know when arty people go like this? I was doing that. Plus, there's a little dip down there, so I was standing down there doing that. I was being arty in a ditch. We are all of us in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. So, no, it was pointed out to me by a friend of mine. Well, not really a friend, the warm-up comedian for the show, actually. And he... he's not my friend, I know him, you know. All right, he's my friend. He's a little bit my friend, sort of. Yeah, not that kind of a friend. I know what you're thinking, but actually, no, I'm just European. Anyway, he was saying to me that the show was getting very arty recently because we were talking about philosophy and we were talking about other things that were arty. Artiness and what? Religion? Did we talk about religion? Well, that's not brainy. That's just stupid. You know what I'm talking about? Don't talk about religion. Everybody gets mad. No, they do. Listen, where I come from originally, they over anything. I say this happened thousands of years ago. Well, really? I say this happened thousands of years ago. Right? Fight to the death, then.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hey, look at you. Come on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I'm your host, TV Craig Ferguson. Thank you. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. That's enough, everybody. Thank you. That's more than is required. Really, you've done your job. Now you can relax and go to sleep. Thank God for that. I don't even want to be here. I know. We couldn't get into Dancing with the Stars. I know. Sorry. Please, your phony enthusiasm just makes it worse. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Do you see the finale of America's Next Top Model? Oh, it was fantastic. It was great. I love watching all that tall, lanky beauty strutting up and down. Then I looked away from the mirror and turned on the TV. Wow, it's like I'm now with Extra Gay tonight for some reason. It's the Scottish Conan guy with Extra Gay. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Miss California, who turned 22 today. Yeah, happy birthday. Hi, she turned 22 today. Her boobies are only 6 months old, but she is... Hey, it sounds like they're having a lot of fun down in Washington. Did you hear about this? Last night, President Obama hosted a poetry slam at the White House. Whoa. I know, and I'm stuck here when I could have been at a poetry slam. You know a poetry slam? It's when the poets stand up and read their poems. They try to outdo each other. And things can get out of control. Apparently, last night, one person got up on the stage, rambled on, didn't make any sense, and then when Joe Biden was done, they started the poetry. Anyway, the groundbreaking poetry slam, it is groundbreaking to have a poetry slam. It's never happened before. I think Dick Cheney once held a torture slam, but there was never... There was a young man from Nantucket. I put his head in a bucket. Cheney does that. I don't know why he does it. There's nothing there. He just does it. And it wasn't just poets reading poems at the White House last night. They had celebrities, too. What? Yeah. Celebrities. They had James Earl Jones reading poems. He's the voice of Darth Vader. I'd love to hear him reading poetry. It'd be awesome. Luke, I am your dad. I came from your... No. Doesn't make sense. Luke, I am your dad. You came from my gonad. There, that would make sense. How about... Please. Why they call it a poetry slam. It makes poetry sound violent. Poetry's not violent. They make it sound violent calling it a poetry slam. Shall I compare thee to a kick in the nuts? They should put slam on, the word slam on other subjects that are not that really fun, I'd like to hear a physics slam. Quantum field theory is the framework for particle physics and molecular brain work. See, it's not good. Well, I think going to a poetry slam is like going to an art show. You don't understand everything. You have to pretend you do so you don't feel like an idiot. You just have to clap at all the garbage people are saying and go, oh, yes, I'm haunted by your honesty. I've actually been to a poetry slam. I went to a poetry slam in Delray Beach in Florida. I ended up in this coffee house on lesbian poetry night. It was awesome! I think I might be a lesbian. Now, I've got mixed feelings about poetry, because done well poetry is fantastic, but not many people are capable of doing it well. I think you should have some sort of license to perform poetry. A poetic license, perhaps. Poetry is like sex. It should be left to the professionals. Don't try it. Because you know who likes to write poetry? Depressed teenagers and people who are newly sober. It's true. For some reason, people who are just out of rehab think their poetry is a way to share their true feelings. Well, you know what? Knock it off, newly sober people. Just write a blog instead. Your bad poetry is jeopardizing someone else's sobriety. Do you hear what I'm saying? Just knock it off. I drank because... I don't care. Oh, drugs you were... Keep it to yourself. Do you know at some colleges you can actually major in poetry? Mom, Dad, can I have some money to study poetry in college? And then I'll need a little extra money for the rest of my life. And a lot of the poets use the long words to show off. It doesn't make any sense to me. I like a poem that should be, I like a poem that's accessible. Shel Silverstein, I liked his poem. If you had a giraffe and you added another half, you'd have a giraffe and a half. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? The ones who don't like that poem are, of course, giraffes. Did he say giraffe? Half a giraffe? Is he going to cut us in half? That's right, giraffes talk like Scooby-Doo. Ooh. Is that giraffe? Ooh. Oh, I love a giraffe. You know one of my favourite poems? This is my favourite poems. Edward Lear poem. It's fantastic. The Owl and the Pussycat, it's called. My favourite line is this. The owl looked up to the stars above and sang to a small guitar, oh lovely pussy, oh pussy my love, what a beautiful pussy you are, you are. I know. I don't know. I don't know why I love that poem so much. I guess it's because I just love owls. Don't you shake your head at me, madam. I never said it. It's Edward Lear. This is class. This is intellectual comedy. This is none of your double entendres going on here. Ooh. No, the other one, the giraffe. Ooh. That's it. All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Look, when I do this, I'm trying to be arty, right? It's not a quiz show. So don't go, ooh. Oh, there. People are already complaining about that. And I'm like, complain all you like. That's staying. And I tell you why, that's my trademark. That's my trademark. All the other late night shows, they've got a band. Me? I've got a black and white photograph of Salvador Dali. There you go. Yeah. Take that, Paul Schaefer and the CBS Orchestra. I write a bit of poetry myself, you know. I don't just read it, I write it. I do. I like to do it the old-fashioned way. I use a big feathery pen, you know. Like this one, yeah. Big feathery pen like that. Because then you can use it to tickle yourself afterwards. Also, here's a tip for the young gentlemen starting out in their life and trying to find their way with the ladies. Poetry is a great way to woo women. It is. Bill Clinton used books, used Walt Whitman poems. He gave a Whitman book to Hillary when they first met, and then, this is true, he gave a Whitman book to Monica Lewinsky. But she thought it was a Whitman sampler, so she ate it. But that was... She didn't. And when I was... That was just cruel. I'm sorry, I don't mean that. You know, if you're trying to woo somebody, I recommend Khalil Gibran. That's what I recommend. The Prophet by Khalil Gibran in my younger days, you know, when I was, you know, because I used Khalil Gibran, Bill Clinton used Whitman, Michael Jackson used Dr. Seuss. Hop on pop. But anyway, oh, no, knock it off. Dr. Seuss, of course, not a real doctor, but a genius poet. He wrote that sleep book. You know that sleep book? The whole thing, it rhymes, so it's a poem to me. And what happens is it starts with a fly yawns at the beginning of the book, and then everybody, because yawns are infectious, everybody yawns, and then everybody falls asleep. And I defy you to read that book and not fall asleep. And if that doesn't put you to sleep, then your only other hope is watching this show. And if that doesn't put you to sleep, then I hope you're getting help for your crystal meth addiction. All right. Do an email, right? I got lots of different emails from all over America, from various walks of life. You know, folks with the computers, they email me and ask me questions about things. So I thought tonight what I would do is try reading them out. I've only been doing it every night for the past 4.5 years, but thought I might just tell you why. This is from Andras in Budapest, in Hungary. Wow. Well, oh, you didn't know I spoke Hungarian, did you? I don't. It's in Hungarian. This is from Sissy in Rochester in New York. Sissy says, hi, it's one of those names you don't know if it's a man or a woman, isn't it, Sissy? Hi, Craig. Do you prefer plain or peanut M&Ms? I like peanut, but I won't eat blue or red because they taste weird. Do you think the colours taste different? Not since I stopped taking LSD. All right. This is from Amanda in Aberdeen in South Dakota. Oof. Big glamour spot. The Monte Carlo of the Dakotas, they call it. I think the new James Bond movie is going to be set in Aberdeen, South Dakota, actually. No, really. I wonder if it's in, like, Aberdeen in Scotland. Aberdeen in Scotland? It's amazing. Amanda says, Dear Craig, I'm having terrible writer's block, but here I am writing to you. Please explain this paradox. This is from this is from Susie, and I'm not going to explain a paradox. If you can explain a paradox, it's not a paradox. Take a break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the crazy world of giraffes. Ooh. You're welcome, stoners. It's like he's doing a show just for us. I am. My first guest tonight is on a proper television show called CSI. The season finale is tomorrow night on CBS. A fabulous network, may I say, as well. I mean, just chock full of quality entertainment and lavish, expensive studios that are so full of money and stuff. See, I could be on a detective show. Look at that. Please welcome Laurence Fishburn, everybody. No, we don't need it. We don't need it, my friend. How are you?
I'm excellent.
You look sensational. Look at you.
As do you, man. I've been digging you with the tie. I've been watching you when you went to the tie. I think it's nice. You bring a lot of class to our network.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you bring a lot of viewers to our network.
Well,
yeah, no.
Thank you.
I don't do the viewers so much, but this show is huge.
This show is the #1 scripted drama on television in the entire world.
Wow. That's fantastic.
What a blessing. Man.
No, it's great.
Yes.
I actually, when I heard you were doing it, I was like, oh, I'm quite surprised you're doing the TV. I didn't think you would do the TV,
no,
but it's a pretty big show, I must admit.
It's really, it's great. I mean, they make a little mini mystery movie every week.
Yeah.
And, like, we have to figure it out.
That guy that, with the part of the corpse in that clip, was that played by Bruce Willis? He looked a little bit like Bruce Willis.
He looked a little bit like Bruce, but we tried to get him, but he was really busy.
Yeah, he just said, I'm not doing
He's
corpse
like,
work
I would
at
love
the
to
moment.
come.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but I'm busy.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah, well, no, I don't, actually. I've never even met Bruce Willis. Have you ever met Bruce Willis?
Oh, sure, yeah.
What's he like, cool. Is he nice?
He's cool.
Yeah,
he's all right.
Okay.
Oh, he's cool.
Really? I heard he was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've heard he's cool, too.
I talked to someone who met him and said that he had lovely skin.
Really?
Yeah. Surprising. Like, they were like, oh.
Well, I know his ex has lovely skin.
Oh, really?
Demi has really lovely skin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She's
How
quite
well
beautiful.
do you know that?
I just, I've spent a little bit of time. I did a movie with her.
Oh, yes,
I
that's
did
right.
that
yeah.
Bobby movie with her.
Yeah.
So congratulations, mate. You got married?
I did, yeah, I got married.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed.
And I heard you were talking about poetry earlier?
Yeah, I was. Do you like the poetry?
Oh,
do you
dude,
enjoy poetry?
I love poetry.
Really? What kind of poetry?
I would like to offer a poem to you.
Uh-oh.
May I?
Look, wait.
I'm a professional, though.
No.
I'm really a professional.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure.
Now, look, you and I, we're friends.
Yes, sir.
I'm concerned that this is an avenue you're walking down that you won't be able to get back from with dignity.
Trust me. I can give you the Katrina poem. I can give you E.E. Cummings, or I can give you Millet. Now you choose.
Shortest.
Shortest?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
The Katrina poem. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit for you.
All right.
Man, I used to mess with this broad named Katrina. This broad was so bad, you should have seen her. She came through town, she blew all my stuff down, and now I'm messing with FEMA.
Oh, hey! That's good. And it's got a point.
That's for all my people in New Orleans.
Yeah, no, it's got a point, and you had all the stuff you need from a poem, because I went, you see, because I thought it was going to be something dirty.
So I'm a real pro, and if you later on, if you want me to hit you with another one, I'll hit you with another one. But we can come back after the break and all of that.
Well, I'll be coming back after a break.
I'm done. I'm done. Oh well.
No.
I'm gonna go back to Universal and work on my CBS show.
No. Hey, what about the doctorate thing? You became a doctor.
I
Tell me
became
about
a doctor. I got an honorary doctorate from Howard University last weekend in the humanities. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, what does that mean?
Music. All of the disciplines of the
arts.
arts.
For your work as an artist?
For my work as an artist.
That's
and for my
great.
contribution to society.
Which is significant.
Which is pretty long.
Yeah.
Pretty long.
I mean, what age when you did Apocalypse Now?
I was
14 or something?
14, but I became an actor at 10, so that was 71, so almost 40 years now.
Wow, that's spectacular.
And my
Dr. Fishburn.
Dr. Fishburn.
Yeah.
Nice ring to it.
Yeah, no, it does.
Yeah.
What about this thing you're doing in D.C.? Tell me about this. What's that?
In D.C., I take the one-man show that I did in New York last year.
Right.
The show about Thurgood Marshall.
Right.
I take that to the Kennedy Center in 2010, spring. Right. So basically a year from now.
Right.
And then I come here to Los Angeles.
Unless this is a rerun.
Right.
Right.
And then I come back here to Los Angeles and I do it at the Geffen Theater for about 6 weeks.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's nice.
I'm really excited, and I hope that President Obama and Mrs. Obama come to see me.
Well, you should send them an invite.
I will definitely send. I mean, the playwright is somebody who I think is close to President Obama, so I'm sure he'll get an invitation.
Well, he watches the show every night.
Does he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Big fan. Big fan.
Big fan of yours, President Obama, Mrs. Obama. The girls, your whole family. We love you.
Sasha and Malia.
Sasha and Malia.
Go to bed, kids. It's very late.
You guys are great. Thank you for the wonderful job you're doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's nice. I think that'll seal the deal. Yeah. He'll be like, I'm there.
Well,
yeah.
I hear that Thurgood Marshall is one of President Obama's heroes.
Oh well, then.
And so it would be a great honor for me to perform this piece for him.
Do you want me to put a word in?
You know him very well?
Oh, sure.
Well, if he watches the show every night, I guess.
Yeah, well,
I guess we've done
watches, and then after he calls me, he gives me a few notes on how.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got lots of ideas about the puppets I use at the beginning. He's
really?
like, oh yeah.
What's he saying about the mug with the snake?
Oh, you like this?
Yeah.
Check that out. You don't get many of those in CSI,
That's
big
pretty
timer,
cool.
do you?
No.
Look at that.
And
I think there's been a murder.
listen, I gotta ask you something, man.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you something, man. So, I understand you've written a memoir about your journey to becoming an American citizen.
I have, yeah.
Okay, so
it's available in all good bookstores September 15th.
September 15th. All right. That's very exciting.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
But I gotta ask you, man. So you're an American citizen, right?
Yeah.
So where's your American accent, dog?
Hey.
Come on.
This is my American accent.
Oh, I
dog.
see. Oh, I get. Okay, all right.
Because what we try and do in America is celebrate diversity.
Everybody. Okay, I was just checking, man. I was just checking. You with your big rattlesnake cup, you know. I expect you to be like,
talk like this.
hey, how you doing, Hoss?
How you doing? Got my citizenship now.
Good
Screw
to
you,
see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. You're in America now.
America.
Welcome. You know, that's just kind of, that's kind of where my mind goes when I see the big snake cup.
Snake mug?
Yeah. So you ready for the second poem?
No, we gotta go.
It's over?
Yeah, we got the commercial break where, we have the commercials, I come back, you don't.
Oh, that? Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, that kind of sucks, but cool.
No, if you want to do the poem, you should do the poem.
I can do the poem?
Yeah, come on.
Seriously?
Yeah, how yeah, do the poem.
All right, I'll do the poem. E.E. Cummings.
Oh, I like E.E. Cummings. It's all lowercase.
Freedom,
like an email address.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Freedom is a breakfast food.
Freedom is a breakfast
food.
food.
As freedom is a breakfast food, or truth can live with right or wrong, or molehills are from mountains made. Long enough, and just so long will being pay the rent of seam, or genius please the talent gang, and water most encourage flame. As hat racks into peach trees grow, or dreams dance best on bald men's hair, and every finger is a toe, and any courage is a fear. And robins wail by children stung, or as the seeing are the blind, and robins never welcome spring, nor flat folk prove their world is round, nor dingsters die at break of dong, and commons rare, and millstones float, long enough and just so long. Tomorrow will not be too late. Worms are the words, but joy is the voice. Down shall go which and up come who. Breasts will be breasts. Thighs will be thighs. Deeds cannot dream what dreams can do. Time is a tree, life one leaf. But love is the sky, and I am for you. Long enough and just so long.
Dr. Laurence Fishburn. Why would I be standing when I have a perfectly good desk? Why not? You see, I am partially French. I was told to hurry up because the show's running very long, so I've decided to slow it all down. Slow it all down. The folks are trying to get some sleep. But you'd be wrong to, because of my next guest, who is a comedian. She's at the Guthrie Theatre, Minneapolis, on May the 18th, the day after my birthday. Our comedy CD, I Heart Jokes, is available on our website. Please welcome the very funny, the adorable Paula Poundstone, everybody. Paula Poundstone.
Thank you very much. The Supreme Court has ruled that we cannot say the F word on television, not even once, like Cher did on some awards show. Or the FCC can fine the network. I love Craig Ferguson, so I am going to be very careful tonight. But I certainly don't see what the big crime is. Although I'm glad we've gotten to the bottom of it, because so many unanswered questions for America. We don't really know whether or not we can torture, but now, with certainty we know, there are some words we cannot say. People can pretend there's bad words if they want to, but I have 3 kids to raise, and I really got to focus on the important stuff. I have a 5th grader who hates school. Every time we drive past his school, he says, I'm going to blow that place up. So I try to motivate him. I say, well, I don't think you got enough science for that, do you, honey? Just you got to work with what you got. Raising kids is not easy at all. And I got to tell you something, every now and then I feel a little sorry for Joan Crawford. I'm not saying I think it's okay to beat your kids, but I am saying my guess is she said no wire hangers nicely several times. My son would tell you that on Friday night I blew up and yelled, "Pick up your sock," and cursed. And he'd be right. But what he wouldn't tell you, and probably doesn't even know, is that on Monday night, we were on our way out of the car, as we are 5 nights a week, coming home from gymnastics. And I was loaded down with bags. I had the snack bag and the beverage bag and some water bottles and a Tupperware container and some books and the cello and a dog leash with a German Shepherd on the end of it. And my children leap blithely from the car and run empty-handed to the front door and tell me that I have to hurry with the key because they need to pee. So I've been asking my son to change his clothes in the car. So I've been asking him to please bring his own clothes in, which means that nightly there is a trail of socks and underwear going from his seat in the car towards the washing machine. So I told him, I said, inventory. You know, you got 1 butt and 2 feet. If you get to the washing machine and you don't have 2 socks and a pair of underwear, then get the Hardy Boys and go back because you got a mystery to solve. So on Monday night, he dropped his sock by the little table in the ballroom. And I said to him, I said, honey, you dropped your sock. Could you just pick it up and put it in the laundry? And he said, yes, Mom. So on Tuesday morning, when I saw the sock there, I said, honey, you know what? That sock is still there. I guess you forgot. If you could just grab it, pick it up, pop it in the old washing machine, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Thank you, honey. That's great. Thank you. So on Tuesday night, when I saw the sock there, I said, honey, you know what? I see you forgot the sock again. If you could just pick it up and put it in the wash, I would really appreciate it. So on Wednesday night, after walking by the sock all day long, I said, honey, Mommy has OCD, and it's really hard for me to walk by the sock that many times. If you could just put it in the wash, I'd really appreciate it. So on Thursday night, when I saw the sock there, I said, honey, you know, the truth is, I could put the sock in the laundry for you, but I don't think that's what's best for you. Because you know what? I'm hoping in 8, 9, 15 years or so, you move out of here and you'll be able to put your own sock in the laundry. I said, you remember on The Miracle Worker when Helen Keller's parents let her grab the food running around the table, and then they had to hire Anne Bancroft to beat the stuffing out of her in the summer house? Well, I don't want that to happen to you. So if you could just put the sock in the laundry, I would appreciate it. So it is true that on Friday night I said, put your what Cher said sock in the laundry. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
There it is. You got it all to look forward to.
Wow. Oh, with the kids and the socks, and it sounds... What age are your kids now?
That one's 18.
Wow. Have you got the teenagers?
No,
you got
I have an 18-year-old, and I have a 15-year-old, and I have an 11-year-old just turned.
Oh, that's a lot of pop culture and Jonas Brothers and SpongeBob and the Twilight. Did they make you watch the Twilight?
My daughter Allie made me watch Twilight over and over again. She made me watch it at the 9:30 showing on Christmas night with a backache.
I hate that movie more than I can. It's a bad movie.
Have you seen the special features?
No, I can't say as I have.
Yeah,
actually,
because
no.
it came out on DVD.
I saw it on the pay-per-view. It was either that
You
or...
saw it on the pay-per-view? Where were you that you would pay?
No, on the TV. They get the pay-per-view on the TV.
What's pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view. Do you have a television?
We have a television. I don't allow my children to watch TV. Well, that's not entirely true. I tell them they can watch it.
But it just can't be on.
They cannot turn it on.
Right. No, that seems fair to me.
But they can watch it. Are you really close friends with the Obamas?
Yeah, very, very. We go everywhere together. Why on earth? Why on earth would you think
because you
that?
told Laurence that that Obama calls you after the show.
Yeah.
To give you notes.
No, that was a lie.
You lied to Laurence Fishburn?
Dr. Laurence Fishburn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Got to tell you something. The doc bought it, hook, line, and sinker.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, he's out here thinking, I think Obama's going to come to my show. Ferguson's really going to get him there. I know. And it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it might well happen, but I think that it happening because he was here, not so much. No. I mean, I might get him Sarah Palin. I mean, that's it. Do you enjoy Sarah Palin?
I'm pleased about the whole Sarah Palin phenomenon because now many children know that Alaska is not in a box just off the coast of California.
Well, that's true. Yeah. No, she's got it's up there. Because they think it's on the way to Hawaii.
I think that was her best contribution.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, I do. I think it was her best contribution. That boy, the Biden thing. He was so good in those presidential debates.
Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves trains, that guy, doesn't he? I mean,
he loves
trains. He's always banging on about trains. Oh, trains, I tell you, if we could just build more trains, America would be great again. Let's build a train over to Europe. And he's crazy. He's nuts for trains. Lock it off with the trains, Biden, I want to say to him, but he would ignore me because he doesn't know who I am.
Was that on pay-per-view? I've never heard him talk about trains.
Oh, no, he's always going on about trains.
I've never heard him talk about trains.
I've
heard him go off. I heard him even in the vice presidential debates. I heard him say that in America, we're about equality, and he went on and on and on with everything that made it sound like he was for same-sex marriage. And then she said, well, are you for same-sex marriage? And he goes, oh, no.
He's for same-sex marriage if it's on a train.
He gave...
That's the way it is. He's like, yeah, the gays can marry up as long as they're traveling above 65 miles an hour. It's like Speed, but with scatter cushions.
Only on the Silver Streak. Yeah, that's...
We're out of time, Paula. We're completely out of time.
What do you mean we're out of time?
We're out of time. I'm going to have to do to you what I did to Dr. Laurence Fishburn.
Yeah, you just threw the doctor right on off.
Threw him out. Get the hell out of here. Paula Poundstone, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
All right, so I should have been nicer to Dr. Fishburn, yeah. Paula Poundstone's tie was good. Yeah, I'll pass the message on. No, I'm pretty much done. Do I have to say it? They're back. Okay. Yes, we can. All right, I'll talk to you soon. All right, take it easy. I can't say who that was. For reasons of national security. What did we learn on the show tonight? Well, we learned that Joe Biden is okay about same-sex marriage as long as it's on a train. I made that up. I don't think he is okay with that. I'm just telling lies. Much like I lied to Dr. Fishburn. I'm like Miss America with no boobies. No, Miss USA, wasn't it? It's not Miss America. They're completely different, of course. Miss America, USA, very different, of course. They're as different as Oscar Wilde and O. Henry. Ooh. Ooh. Good night, everybody. Good night.